All right, y'all, welcome back to the channel. We're out here today with 2022 Duramax. We're gonna do the oil change on this. Looks like the transmission and transfer case video did pretty good, so we're not gonna waste any time on this one either. All right, step one, I'm gonna take off the oil fill cap. Set this right here so I can't shut the hood. That way, in case I break it or whatever, it's fine. At least in that event, it won't drive away without adding oil. Pull the dipstick out, that way don't forget to check it. All right, tools needed for the video: the ratchet, 15mm socket. This will be used on the drain plug for the vehicle. And then oil filter wrench. Oil filter used, PF63, 10 quarts is what this engine holds, 15W40. Let's get into it. All right, underneath the vehicle on the driver's side, this is the engine oil pan. This is the oil drain plug. Again, 15mm. Let's go ahead and get this draining. All right, we'll continue to let this drain for a few minutes longer, just to make sure we get out as much as we can. As you saw, I used 2 drain pans. It's only because one of these isn't big enough, and I want it to be a little easier to pick up when I go to drain it. So let it drain, and we'll come back to you in a few minutes. While the other one container is draining, we'll go ahead and drain this one, and then we'll pull the oil filter out, get that draining into the same container. All right, back onto the vehicle, still on the driver's side. Here's the oil filter for this. We're gonna go ahead and pop this old one off, let him drain a little bit. Yoink. Perfect. Get our drain pan somewhat lined up so it'll make a massive mess. I've noticed if you kind of push up a little bit as you do this, it won't get all over this control arm. Oh, okay, definitely just ran my hand through all that, whatever. I'll let that drain for a minute or two, along with the engine oil pan, which is still draining as well. We'll just let this sit here and drain until it drips, and then that's it. We'll put the plug back in, put the filter on, we'll be ready to roll, guys. Let's do this. All right, guys, let's crawl back underneath here, and let's get the drain plug back in. Okay. We will tighten this up to manufacturer spec, of course. Tighten that. Click, click. That's tight. Let me grab the oil filter. We'll get that slapped on and we'll finish. There's a gasket on the bottom of this oil filter. Go ahead and lube that up real quick. And then spin your filter on. I get these about as tight as I can with one hand. That'll be more than sufficient. Okay, that's good. Make sure you get everything wiped off so we can check for leaks after to make sure we didn't mess nothing up. I always double check right before I roll out to make sure everything's tight. Okay, nice and tight. Let's pull our buckets out of here and let's go add some oil to this thing. All right, we're gonna go ahead and check the oil level now real quick. We'll pull the dipstick the rest of the way out. Make sure this thing's nice and cleaned up. Obviously, we just added oil, so the oil filter that's brand new is still empty. There's no oil in it, so it should be over full a little bit. All right, with the vehicle running, I looked underneath, made sure there's nothing leaking. In an effort to not bore you guys, I'll go ahead and I'll get this mess cleaned up off camera, and that's it. If you guys have any questions regarding the oil change we did today, or any of the services for this truck, next video we'll get the fuel filter done as well. So we'll knock that out on this truck. I'll show you guys where that's at, how all that works, and that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to put them down in the comments. If you haven't liked the video, feel free to do so if you liked it. If you have anything to add to this, feel free to do so. And then I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching the video, and have a good weekend.